Okay, hi everyone. How are you today? Sorry, just having a little technical difficulty. Sorry. Okay, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you may be. Thank you for being here, for joining, and for being a part of our soul family. I wanted to speak today, continuing to talk. Hi, Mia. So good to see you. I wanted to speak today about, we're still in that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Taurus moon energy. And so, Taurus full moon energy. And so, what we really, really want to look at today, this other side of the Taurus energy, is really looking at your self worth. And how do you value yourself? How do you give yourself worth? How do you see yourself as worthy of that which you are asking for, the life that you could imagine? And what if it wasn't something, again, that was quantifiable, right? Because think about how we measure worth. We go, I'm worthy of that because, right? We use the word because I worked hard, because I earned it, because I was a good mother, because I was a good child, because I did this, because, right? And the truth is that your worth is not based on any of that. Your worth is based on how connected you are to the energy that is inside of you, how connected you are to your soul, how you express that soul-based energy into the reality around you, sometimes even when it's incredibly, incredibly hard, right? Are you willing to channel kindness? I find kindness to be such a great expression of the soul, right? Are you willing to are you willing to challenge a situation that might otherwise bring up aggressive energies in you with kindness? And how could you actually acknowledge and ignite your self-worth and your value into those people, places, and situations that then changed the outcome, and maybe even changed their life? I'm actually reminded, back in the old days in New York City, I always worked in fine dining restaurants, and I had a very special gentleman who I used to go open up all these restaurants with, and his name was Gary. And Gary was really, really not a people person. And it's hard to imagine somebody in the restaurant business as not being a people person, but that's why Gary loved me. He always used to say that I had a gift of being able to turn the angriest, most disgruntled, dissatisfied customer into someone who will walk out and leave with a good experience. And I remember one time he said to me, he said, I don't know how you do it. He's like, I watch you. I watch what you do. He said, I was ready to kick these people out of the restaurant. They were being so disrespectful. And he's like, you're so patient with them, and you related to them. And I always thought, well, that's kind of my nature, because if I put myself in their shoes, um, what would I want to hear? And so I always used to kind of come from that place. What would make it better? That was always my go-to. What would make this situation better? And sometimes it was just a glass of wine. Sometimes I would actually even sit down at the table and ask them where they were from, or how their day was, or whatever. And I realized very early on that that is actually my worth. Meaning, my worth is how I show up with other people, right? My worth is seen reflected at me based upon how much joy and happiness I can see in the world around. Not because of me, not that I am the one that causes all this joy and happiness in other people's lives, but that as it's reflected back at me, I am able to see it within myself. I hope that that makes sense. And so the question is today is for us to each look at our own value and our own self-worth. What have you decided self-worth is that it isn't? What have you decided that self-worth is that if you let go of your point of view of what you think self-worth is, and simply just become present with what the universe, what the creator is acknowledging as your self-worth, maybe it would help you to focus on that, which would allow that to grow and grow and grow even more exponentially today. Oh, thank you, Eric. So let's go ahead and dive into our meditation today and really focus on your solar plexus, right? Remember, your solar plexus is the chakra that is right underneath your sternum, right in the center of your body. It is the sun, it is the light, it is the energy of self-confidence and self-worth. And so for today, I'd like for you to take your right hand and place your right hand on your solar plexus. And as you do so, I just want you to repeat after me. I am worthy. 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 I am worthy of living the life that I say I want to have. I am worthy of joy. I am worthy of happiness. I am worthy of ease. I am worthy of everything working out for me. I am worthy of money. I am worthy of abundance. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. And from that space, feel what it feels like in your body. What does the word worthy feel like in your body? For me, I'm getting a little bit tingly, and not because it's cold, but that brings up a sense of like, yeah, actually I am worthy. So from that place, let's just focus ourselves in the center of our solar plexus. And let's begin today by taking 3 deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And now let's just shift our energy to imagine this beautiful, bright, white ball of light in the center of our heart. And as you acknowledge and see that bright white light in the center of your heart, allow that energy to radiate through you and around you. And from here, let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And now let's shift our energy to the center of the earth. And as you shift your energy to the center of the earth, imagine this energy scooping up fresh earth energy, coming up through the soles of your feet, traveling up through your entire body, and popping up outside the top of your head and forming a beautiful ball of light. And now imagine that ball of light traveling up out of the space that you're in, higher and higher and higher and faster and faster and faster. Imagine that ball of light lifting you up, out past Earth's atmosphere, out into outer space, through different planets and galaxies in the Milky Way, and higher and higher and higher beyond there, out into different layers of light, some light and some dark, through those layers out into a beautiful golden-like light, and through a golden-like light into a jelly-like substance light, and through the jelly-like substance light into a beautiful pink haze, which is the law of compassion. And through the law of compassion, you enter into the 7th plane of all that is, the plane of creation, of oneness, and of complete totality. And from this space, we'll ask for some downloads for the group today. Please remember that downloads are just energies that we receive from the cosmos, from the creator, thoughts, feelings, emotions, and experiences that we receive into our subconscious. In this state, you're in a theta brainwave, a theta state. We have the ability to access our subconscious mind a lot easier. From here, we will shift our beliefs. Change your beliefs, you change your reality. So would you like to know the Creator's definition of worth? That you are worthy, that it's safe for you to know your worth. It's safe for you to trust the worth that you have that comes not from doing, but from being. If you'd like that, say yes. Would you like to know what it feels like to know that you don't need to prove your worth to anyone or anything? Would you like to know what it feels like to know the value of your worth? To really tap into something incredibly beautiful, incredibly powerful, and maybe something that you haven't been allowing yourself to tap into. Would you like to know that it's safe for you to see the worth in others, to see the beautiful energy that people around you in your life and in the world express? Would you like to know how to acknowledge that energy? You ever watch somebody who's really confident, like just walk down the street and you just know it's like an energy? It's not something that's put on, it's not something that's restrictive, it's just this beautiful level of confidence. So would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is to have that level of confidence connected to your worth, right? Now, of course, we may argue, well, is that real confidence? Where does it come from? Or is it, something somebody is showing off or whatever? It doesn't really matter, right? It's the energy that you perceive. So if you'd like to acknowledge also the reflection of yourself that is present in others, just say yes. Right? Okay, cool. So for now, let's shift our energy to those who require healing today. As we do so, let's please just imagine them surrounded in the Creator's love and in the Creator's light. Imagine them happy, healthy, safe, and protected. So let's send unconditional healing in light to Anne and also to Polly and Ben. Let's also please send unconditional healing and light to Greg. And let's also send healing to Mabel. Let's send healing to Libra. Let's also please send healing to Grace and to Mayong Lee. Let's also please send healing to Maggie and to Abraham and Sarah, and also to Hector and Dolly. Happy, healthy, safe, and protected. Last but not least, would you like to know that you are unconditional love, that you be unconditional love, and that unconditional love is your birthright? If you'd like that, say yes. Now let's take our palms, rub our palms together. Faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Place your palms over your eyes. Your eyes are the windows to your soul. When you're ready, you can open up your eyes and allow that energy to come into your body and into your being. Place your hands on your heart. Congratulate yourself. Thank yourself for being here, for showing up, for being a part of our soul family. Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day. You are worthy. You are worthy of everything that you can imagine and even so much greater. So have a great day, everyone. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.